and welcome back to the Red Brick House. My name is Susan, and here on this channel I love to make crafts and try new crafts so that I might find new hobbies. And lately I have really been wanting to work on my embroidery skills and what a lot of people are calling slow stitching, where you just enjoy the process of your work and you make different stitches and decorate things. So I have made a eyeglass case for your eyeglasses. And I did some slow stitching, I did a blanket stitch around the edge, and I wanted to show you how I made this. So I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you how to do this, and if you're interested.
Recording.
Okay, let's get started. I am using some felt here. This is just polyester felt. This is just what I had on hand, because I don't know about you, but I have enough stuff at my house. I really don't need to buy more stuff if I don't need it. So I try to use everything I have before I go out and buy something. So I already had this felt, and I already had some embroidery floss here. This is just an inexpensive 100% cotton embroidery thread or floss. I had bought this for my daughter. She was making little felt animals. She was sewing and stuffing little felt animals, and so we had quite a few colors and things, and so I really like blue, so that's what I'm going with today. I have 4 different pieces I've already cut out. These measure 6.5 by 3.5, and I found that's a good size for the glasses. If you want to do readers, you could make them a little thinner, but this worked for me, and it had a little bit of extra space at the top. So that's what I'm using. And then now I just have, these are some fat quarters that I bought recently, because I don't really have a stash, so I'm going to be gaining a stash soon, I'm sure. But these are some of the colors that I have, and these, I just thought these are beautiful. This was in one bundle together, and look at these colors. Wish I could keep them all together here, but they're just so pretty. So I think anytime I find some fat cord, because I don't do a whole lot of sewing, so if I find some of these that I like, they're relatively inexpensive, I'll probably pick them up, and then I'll have more of a stash to pull from. Okay, so now we're going to get designing. So I think I want the inside of my case to be this darker blue. So I'm going to start with these to be my backing. So I'm going to put those aside. And then, I don't think there's any markings on here. There's not. Okay. So I'm just going to start designing and see what happens here. I also have some pinking shears that kind of can cut in a little, neat little pattern. That's kind of fun sometimes. So I might put that there. Okay, now I'm just going to baste these pieces on here. So I'm just going to start in the corner, and I have my needle and thread here, and this is I think it's a sharp needle, and it's just like a quilting thread I think that I have here, or just an all-purpose thread. And I'm just going to make big stitches across here, kind of any which way, just to hold the fabric in place. That's what we're doing. So it doesn't really matter too much where they go or how they look. We just want them, we want to be able to take these pins out and for them not to move or shift or fall off while we're trying to do our decorative stitching. So I'm just going to kind of go, I'm going to try to tack that in there. So I'm just going to kind of come up in there. Uh-oh. Oh no. Okay. Too much thread on the table. So I can find it again. Okay, and then I'm just going to snip this off. I'm not tying it off or anything because we're going to pull it out later. So that doesn't really matter. And there we go. Now I'm just going to take these pins out, and hopefully I did a good job and everything will stay where I want it to be. If not, then we can fix it. And there we go. Okay, and I've already done this one over here. So now they're ready to go. I think I'm going to have them like this. That's what I'm thinking, how I'm going to put them together. Okay, I think I'll start with this one first. Okay, and I think I'm just going to do a running stitch because I want to keep this little cute little sheared edge showing. And I want to do yellow because I think this bright sunny yellow is just really pretty. So I've already got my needle threaded. And I'm just going to start, I'm going to cover up this back so I'm not worried about the knots showing or anything like that. So I'm just going to come up through here. And I'm going to do a easy running stitch. I'm new at this, y'all, so I don't know a lot of stitches, so, but I know some of the basic ones. But this is a great way to practice, you know, those stitches, I think. Now I'm going to turn it, and then I'm going to come up, try to come up so it looks even to my other stitches, maybe right there. And this is a fun process. This kind of thing is all about the process of doing this, and so I don't worry too much about, you know, are my stitches perfectly straight. I mean, I like for them to be nice and look nice, but I'm not going to obsess about it because it's just, you know, it's just fun. And I think that, you know, with all things you get better the more you do it. can tie it off. So I think I'm just gonna go right back there. There we go. I think it's cute. Okay. It's kind of fun to see it on the back here. Okay, I'm gonna tie it off. Try not to go through the whole thing. Sometimes I'm always worried about that. I'm worried I'm gonna go through all the layers and it's gonna show, but I haven't had that to happen yet. And I know people tie off things quite differently, but this is kind of the way I learned to do it. I go around about 3 times and then I pull it up. Well, sometimes it makes a nice knot. It got caught somewhere, but that's okay. And I'm just gonna go back through the, kind of through the knot. And then, there we go. I'm gonna cut it off on scissors. Okay. And there we have it. Okay, sorry for my sniffling. It's spring in Texas and people are mowing and the wind is blowing and I'm very sniffly today. Okay, so that's that. So now I'm thinking, where do I want to go next? I think I kind of want to do something across here, like maybe some X's, some cross stitches like across here. I think that's what I'm going to do next. So, no, I don't want to do the yellow. I'm going to do a different color. Maybe I'll do red or blue. I'm not sure. Let's see. That would be pretty. Or I might do pink. Oh, that's bright and colorful. I kind of want a contrast, so I think I'm going to do the pink. Tie it off, or cut it off. And there we go. So that's the start. I'm not sure what else I'm going to do here. I'm probably going to do some like running stitches this way, or maybe this way, or cross stitches. I'm not sure. I don't know yet what I'm going to do here, but you get the idea. You can just create it however you want. So I'm going to finish working on these in this one in the same manner that I did here. I'm just going to keep going forward, and then I'll come back when I'm ready to put it together. Okay, so it's been a couple of days. It took me a little time to get these all stitched up, and it is supposed to be a slow stitching, you know, relaxing kind of hobby. So I just took my time doing this. And so we're back now, and I want to show you how I put it together. But first I'm going to kind of show you kind of what I've done here. I really love this dark green on this lime green. That turned out really well. And then I put a little ladybug button. I think I talked in the first part. Like I said, it's been a few days, so if I say something twice, I'm sorry. But my mom kept a bunch of buttons because she sewed a lot. And then also, if we were throwing away something, it had buttons on it. She's like, no, 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 we need those buttons. So I have a button box from my mom, and then I also have a button box from my grandmother too, from her mom. So that's pretty cool. So I went through those and I found these little buttons to put on there. And here I just kind of went around the flowers. I'm really just kind of practicing my stitching and trying to get better at it. That's what I did with that one. And now I'll show you this one that I did. I like this one because, well, I think it's supposed to be this way. I think I intended it to be that way. Because as I started doing it, I was like, this kind of looks like a sun or a moon maybe. And then I have some stars. And then like, I was trying to make this to be grass, but it kind of looks like bird feet, but that's okay. And then you have the dark brown like the soil. So I thought that was pretty earthy, pretty cool. But that's what I did there. I'll try to do it up close. Hope you can see that okay. So now we're going to put it together. So on this, I used just a plain, polyester felt. I used what I had on hand, and there's all my back stitches there and here. And so now I'm going to line that again. Because it is a glasses case, I want it kind of stiff. I don't want it to be too floppy. So I have 2 more pieces that I'm going to back on top of this. So I'm just going to line them up like that. And then I'm going to use these like quilting pins here that are kind of curved. And I'm going to use those to pin it. Because the last time when I made the first one that you saw in the thumbnail, that one I used straight pins and it all bunched up. And I ended up just taking them out because it was just too bunchy. So I'm going to try these today. I'm not sure where I'm going to put them. I'm going to do across the tops first before I put it together. I have a furry friend in here with me today. She wanted in here. Last time when I filmed the first part of this video, she was in here when we were setting up and then she wanted out. So I let her out, and then as soon as I start filming, she was crying to come back in. You were, yes. So now she's in here. So today she's probably going to cry to want out again. And with our camera set up, I'm kind of blocked in. I can't really reach the door from here, so she will have to wait till I'm done. So hopefully she won't cry the whole time. I really don't want you up here because I have threads and sharp stuff up here. She's trying to get on the table. No! Okay. She's going to photobomb here. Don't get that stuck on your feet, please. I don't want you getting that in your mouth. Okay, so that pinning I think works better. So I'm going to do the other one the same way. I'm just going to lay it over top of there. And like I said before, these measured 3.5 inches across and then 6.5 inches down. That's the size that I did. If you're curious or you want to emulate this, feel free. Well, that's too thick. Okay, I'll try to do it here. Okay, that's much better than the straight pins. Much, much better. Okay, then I'm just going to stitch it down here. Oh, the kitty left. She's going to go lay down now. Good kitty. She is my princess cat. That's what I call her. Cause we have several cats, but she's the female and the only female that we have. And she's so funny. Okay. So they're going to go together like this, I believe. That's how they're going to go together. Because I don't want the green next to the green. I want it kind of like that. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stitch across the top just to hold this together because the top will be open, of course, for our glasses. So I've already got my needle threaded here and I've got 2 strands of embroidery floss. I'm going to use red. I tied a little knot in the end because I like knots. I'm not an expert at this and I am not convinced that I can backstitch and keep my work from coming apart. So I'm going to kind of go, maybe I need to trim that because that's a little bit, maybe not. See, it's just the way it's pinned. Okay. Sometimes those pins cause problems, but I do need a little help holding it together. Okay, so I'm going to try to hold it tight and try to make sure you can see me. I'm going to put that in between these layers right here so that you cannot see my knot. Okay, let's try that. That worked. Okay. Now, last time I did a blanket stitch. This time I'm just going to do, I think it's called a whip stitch, where you just go across and over the top in small stitches. And that's what I'm going to do here. And I'll probably do a little bit extra in this corner because I want to make sure that that corner really stays tight. So when I come down this edge, when I put them together, I'll probably do a few extra over here, just so that it is really strong right there in the corners where it's going to be opened and closed a lot. Oh, hopefully this doesn't tangle up on me too much. There we go. So this is just a simple process. I don't know that you want to watch me do the entire thing like this. It might get a little boring, but I'll do a few stitches and then I'll probably pause the video and finish doing these. Oh my goodness, my thread's really twisty. I got some new needles, you guys. I'm so excited. I bought some yesterday. I bought some, they're the Singer brand, which I trust. I mean, my mom always grew up trusting Singer brand. That was a very good brand. Nowadays we have so many more brands to choose from. But I bought some of those needles because I'm not really sure what are the best needles for embroidery. So if you have any ideas, please let me know. Let me know what needles you use. Because this particular one that I'm using is a quilting needle. And it was just, you know, I guess a generic needle. It was just I don't know the brand. I don't remember. But it was just something that I purchased at Walmart. I don't think it was any kind of like, you know, well-known brand name. But I was there and I needed needles and I was like, oh, I can just get stuff here and I don't have to go to another store and get it. Sometimes, you know, I do that and it's not really the best quality. But if I'm going to be doing this a lot, because I really like doing it, this process is it's a really neat and fun process. I'm really enjoying this. It's probably going to be one of my new favorite hobbies. I don't find that I knit and crochet a whole lot in the summertime. I don't know why, really. I don't know if it's just because it makes me hot. Like, it's hot here already during the summers. And just thinking about making socks and making blankets or throws or something like hats, you know, it just makes me feel like, oh, it's just hot to do that. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. And so I think this might be a really fun hobby that I want to do during the summertime. And that time's coming up soon. Also during the summertime, I don't have as much time to work on things like this usually because I'm usually doing a lot of lawn work and a lot of gardening work. I love to be outside. So even when it's hot, I still like being outside. Not so much when it's cold. Which, I mean, honestly, it doesn't really get that cold here. But it's windy here when it gets cold. And then it's cold and windy, and that's what I don't love necessarily. If it was just cold and sunny, that would be fine. And not windy. But anyway. So summertime, I do a lot of knitting. I mean, a lot of gardening and a lot of outdoorsy stuff. But, you know, I could finish my yard work or whatever, and then I could come and sit and enjoy my garden with a glass of tea or lemonade or something. And I could sit and do this while sitting in my garden and enjoying the work I've done out there. That might be very peaceful and relaxing. And just holding something small like this is not like, it doesn't make you feel hot. I have worked on blankets before where it's like, oh my gosh, this blanket's getting big and it's covering my whole lap. It's really twisty, guys. I don't know. Maybe I can kind of like untwist it. There we go. Can I do that? Okay. Maybe that will be a little bit better. Okay, so I'm just going to keep doing this, and I'm going to get to the end here, and then I'm going to do the other one. And then I'm basically going to do, that's pretty much it. I'm just going to put it together and do the same thing all the way around. I'm trying to do small stitches so that it makes it, I don't know, stronger, I guess. Okay. All right, I'm going to pause there. And I'm going to finish this one, and I'm going to do the same thing across the top of this one. I may have to move this pin down to do that. But anyway, I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back, and then I'll show you, I'll put them all together. Oh, it's going to be so fun. I'm so excited. Okay, so now I have finished across both of the tops. And now I'm just going to put them together and pretty much do the same thing. I'm just going to put them together like this, the best that I can. And I'm going to start here, and I'm just going to go, oh, wait, no, I'm not. I'm going to start here because that's more comfortable for me to stitch this way. So, you know what I'm going to do though? Before I do that, hold on. I'm going to take out these pins. And I'm going to pin the whole thing together. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to take that out. Maybe I should have left one in there. Well, we'll see how this goes. I'm sure it's going to be better than what it was when they were straight pins. Okay, so I'm just going to put that over that. And I'm going to put maybe one pin in the middle. I'm just going to do it really big and thick. And I might end up having to take that. Yeah, see, that just puckers it too much. Let's see. Let me try again. Maybe I'll try it like here. Okay, maybe we'll try it like that. That should be enough. Okay, so I'm going to put these back up. Put these in my little bowl over here so nobody gets poked. And then we'll start stitching. Okay, here we go. We're going to go around the edge. Oh, it's almost done. I'm excited. Okay. So I'm going to reinforce this corner. So instead of starting here, I'm going to start more over here. So I'm kind of going to go around this corner. That's my plan here. Just maybe come up about like, oh, wait. I don't want to do that. I told you guys I'm not an expert here. Okay, we want to go in between. I want to go in between first. So I'm going to go like right there. Okay. That way hides my little knot. Now I'm going to go through the back and very close to this one. Okay, so it just kind of lays over top of the one that's already there, which is fine. And I'm going to kind of tug it a little bit. Okay, now okay. Now I'm going to go in right here. And we'll see if we can get that one to kind of go on this side. Kind of like that. Yep. There we go. Okay, now I can just go straight down the side. So I'll do a few stitches here with you, but I'm going to do it just the same way I put the other one together. Just going to hold it pretty firmly together, really small, really close together. These stitches are going to be want them pretty close together. I wish I could do them probably even closer together. But that's what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to do the same thing all the way around until I get to the other side. There we go. Oops. It's a little too close. Try not to poke my thumb. If you're an embroiderer, how many times in one project do you poke your thumb? Because I've done it a bunch. I'll do another one. There we go. I tried to use a longer thread because I was trying to get I wanted to get at least down here and maybe to here before I tie it off, because I know I don't have enough thread to do the whole thing. But I was hoping I could get there. But the problem with having the longer thread is that you have to kind of move the thread yourself over this corner, because a lot of times it gets stuck over here on this corner. But that's okay. I'd rather do that than have to tie off sooner at every single corner. So see, it kind of does that, but that's okay. I'll just lift it up. And there we go. I'm trying to give these a little tug, not too much, but at least enough. And then I also want to check and make sure that I'm not moving that fabric around, because this is quite thick going through all these layers. But I want it to be thick to protect my glasses. My glasses came in, and man, I was trying something new, so I got kind of a square lens, and usually I wear like a rectangular lens kind of glasses is what I'm used to. And boy, they just make me look so different. It's so funny how just changing your glasses can kind of give you a different look. My daughter, she was like, "It's like I'm looking at a whole new person." That's what she said. That was so funny. I was like, yeah, I do look different. I don't not like them, but it's just different than what I'm used to. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do this last one, and then I'm going to pause the camera while I go all the way around, and when I get close to the end, we'll finish up the video. Okay. Okay, you guys, I've gone all the way around here, and I am just about finished. So I'm just going to finish up these last couple of stitches and tie it off, and then we'll take a closer look at it and see how it is. I hope you guys have enjoying these videos. If you do, I would kindly ask to give me a thumbs up if you like it. I hope I'm inspiring you to try new things and to try new crafts, because like I said, this was very new to me. This is not something I did before. This was really my first project of using this slow stitch method and learning these stitches. And so I hope that inspires you, if you have never tried this before, that maybe it might be something you want to try. So here we are, right at the end. And like I said, I'm going to try to reinforce this corner a little bit. So I'm just going to go over it an extra time or two. Okay, one more. I'm trying to get one. I'm going to try to get one to go over that corner a little closer. Just do it very slowly. I want it to kind of lay right there. Yeah, just like that. Okay, now I'm going to stitch toward beside it. I'm going to go down beside it. See what I'm doing on the back side. Okay, so I learned something about this through this process, is that Sometimes you gotta be careful about where you're stitching at the back or the other side of your stitching, because through here I was getting I trimmed some of this off, but when I did this stitching right here, this puckered the material on this side, and so it made it a little short over here, and so I was having a hard time getting into these little stitches right here to make sure I wasn't too close to the edge where it was going to come undone. So always be mindful of that if you are doing something like this, to like be careful to kind of see what it looks like on the other side, especially when it's something like this that you're, you know, it's kind of double-sided. So, whoops. Okay. I'm just going to go through it like that, like a little knot. And I'm going to do it again. This might not look the best. Like I said, I'm not very experienced at this, so bear with me. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to do one pass over through that knot. Hopefully that'll hold it really tight. Maybe I'm doing this being a little too overcautious here, but might not look the greatest there on the edge, but that's okay. I'm not selling it. I'm just making it for me. Okay, so there we have it. I love how puffy it is. So I'll try to open it up so you can see. So there's the inside. That's what it looks like on the inside. So we have the blue kind of in there. And so when I open, now you could put a clasp on here. I already have a button here. So I could have, in between these layers, I could have put a ribbon or something that I could have, you know, pulled it closed. If you were worried about your glasses falling out, you could totally do that. Or you could put a hook, or you could, you know, you could, if you're really talented, you could put a zipper across there. I mean, you could do a lot of different things if you wanted a more secure closure. But I mean, this is probably going to stay on my nightstand, or maybe in my bathroom. Like I said before, probably not going to carry it around in my purse. If I do, I'll probably put it in a pocket in my purse so that it sits upright, so that it doesn't fall out. But there it is. I love it. I think it's so cute. Okay, I'm going to try it. Let's see if my glasses fit in there. Let's see. Let's see. They do. They fit perfectly. And that's kind of funny because when I got these measurements, I used my other glasses for these measurements. But, I mean, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. So yeah, so I hope you like this video. Like I said before, like and subscribe if you want to. I have a lot more videos coming out on different crafts. Probably won't all be the same craft, because I like to do a lot of different things. So my channel will probably always be a hodgepodge of different crafts and different things that I do around the house. And so yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.